Hello world, I'm Rich and it's Rich's World Beer Tour. Beautiful day outside and I can't film outside because it's pretty darn windy out. You'd hear nothing but the wind. So I'm inside chilling, short sleeves on, thank God. Sporting the Rock and Roll Outlaw Brewing t-shirt, home of me and Pete's concoctions. I got a beer review ready to come at you from Rushing Duck Brewing out of Chester, New York. I've done one other beer of theirs, that Dead Moreau's Russian Imperial Stout. Holy smokes, was that good. This is compliments of Justin out in New York. Justin sent this to me as part of a trade. I did not get cheated out of that one. There you go. Dog's Bollocks. Dog's Bollocks. That's an English style ale, and it is 75% ale, 25% ale, aged in oak. And they say that it was aged in used bourbon barrels. Batch number 1. I don't have a date on here. Batch number 1. I think I've had this the better part of a year. 9.5% ABV. Signed by the brewer. And that doesn't look like it's... that looks like someone actually signed it. So, Justin, I don't know. You got to throw some comments down here, Justin. Give me a little history on this one. Whether you got this at the brewery as part of a release party or what's going on. But, oh my. That just smells good coming right out of the top of the bottle. Got it at about 50 degrees, 55 degrees. Get a good pour on there. It is just a dark root beer colored, little bit of red hues coming out of the bottom, just a little bit of red. Otherwise it's brown, kind of root beer colored, nice tan, darker tan head. I can smell the bourbon barrel, brown sugar, some caramel, and there's a like a cranberry note, a tart cranberry note, very faint, but mostly it's brown sugar bourbon coming at me. Not huge, but all these little subtle flavors kind of wafting up. Not a huge nose. I could smell it right away coming out of the bottle. Not a lot, I don't know. Let's give it a try. Cheers, world. Ooh. Caramel. There's a hop presence here on this. A nice, I want to say British hop, kind of. It just reminds me of a real British, and it is a English style ale. I don't know what they're using for hops. The bitterness reminds me of a British hop. This is caramel, that vanilla, there's a vanilla note. The bourbon is right there, but it complements that caramel, sweeter malt, caramelized sugar. You know, you burn it on the pan, caramelize that sugar. There is a fruit note in there, very subtle, kind of a cranberry, raspberry tartness to it. And under some circumstances I would say I got a bad bottle. It's not, it's just faint, but that note comes across. The 9.5, wow, I'm feeling pretty warm right now, just with that 9.5. But it's mostly this caramel, toffee, all those flavors that I really like in a beer. In with that fruit note, that cranberry note, the vanilla mixes really nice with it. trying to think of what else. There's something else in there, and I'm just not placing it right now. The mouthfeel, it's not medium. No, it's a medium mouthfeel. I was going to say, if anything, it's just a hair thinner than medium, kind of what I define medium. I always say thin. Someone told me once, thin beer is like skim milk. A medium mouthfeel is like 1%, and then you go to cream, and that's your heavy mouthfeel. This is just inside of that 1%. Light coating of the mouth and my lips, just a little sticky. Really nice, easy drinking English ale. You can taste that bourbon in there, but it's not overpowering. Sometimes a bourbon just punches you in the mouth. This is really a well-constructed beer. And I'm trying to, there's a kind of a bready, caramely, malty, that vanilla just, and that fruit just tends to go together really well. There's one flavor here, and I'm sorry, it's eluding me. I'm rambling about nothing here. I don't. I'll think of it. If I think of it, I'll put it down below. This is a really nice beer. Another 9 out of 10. I don't think this is available. I think this is obviously batch 1. So we'll see if there's multiple batches. If you can get this, grab it. Rushing Duck Brewing. Right now they're batting 2 for 2. They've had the 2 beers I've had of theirs have been awesome. What was it? The Dead Moreau's. If you get a chance to grab that, do it. But here's Dog's Bollocks. Usually Dog's Bollocks is what I say about some of the other English football teams other than my Liverpool boys. This is really nice. English style ale, autographed by the brewer himself or herself. This is really nice. Anyways, if you get a chance to try it, grab it. If you have already had it, please put some comments down below. I'd like to see who's had it. Justin, you got to tell us about the batch. Put some notes down below and fill us in. When was batch 1 and what are they doing now? If you're from the brewery, throw some notes down. I'd love that. Anyways, thanks for sharing another beer with me, world. Cheers.